What happens when the noise fades, the house goes quiet, and you're suddenly facing your older years alone? Not just alone for a moment, but waking up every day to silence, eating in silence, and ending the day without a single word exchanged. It's a reality many older adults face, but few prepare for. But here's the truth. Being alone in your senior years doesn't have to mean being lonely, forgotten, or disconnected. In fact, solitude can become strength if you build the right habits. In this video, we'll walk through 4 life-changing habits that help you stay mentally strong, emotionally grounded, and physically well when you're living alone. These aren't fluff tips. They're practical, proven, and deeply meaningful. 1. Build a simple daily routine. Bring back time and control. When you live alone, the days can start to blur. No more appointments, family members visiting, or regular outings. Before you know it, you're sleeping in, skipping meals, or staying in pajamas until afternoon. It may seem harmless, but this lack of rhythm erodes mental clarity and stability. The fix? Create a gentle but consistent daily routine. Wake up at the same time. Make your bed. Open the curtains. Change your clothes. Eat breakfast, even if it's simple. Set aside time to stretch, read, or step outside. Eat dinner on time, and wind down with a nighttime ritual. Walter, 81, a widower, shared that when he lost his routine, he felt lost entirely. But just by reclaiming small anchors, like tea at 7 a.m. and a short walk at 4 p.m., he began to feel grounded again. Routine gave him back control, and with it came emotional clarity. Psychologists note that rhythm plays a critical role in our cognitive well-being. Without it, our sense of time becomes distorted, and that disorientation contributes to sadness, anxiety, and even memory problems. A simple routine keeps your body aligned with the day's natural flow, like waking with the sun, eating on time, resting when it's dark. Even pets thrive with routine. Humans are no different. You might not realize how powerful a small anchor, like brushing your teeth at the same time every morning, can be. It's not about perfection. It's about predictability. And the best part, you can design your own rhythm. No one else's timeline matters. Whether your mornings begin with prayer, music, or stretching, let them be sacred. They are not just routines. They are rituals of self-respect. Routine creates stability. Stability creates peace. A structured day gives you a reason to move forward. It helps protect you from falling into the fog of isolation. And most importantly, it reminds your mind and body that each day still has a beginning, middle, and end worth honoring. 2. Gentle movement. Your body still wants to be needed. It's easy to become still when no one's around, sitting in the same chair, watching TV, hardly moving except to eat or sleep. But this stillness comes at a cost. Stiffness, joint pain, poor circulation, and increasing frailty. The solution isn't complicated. Move a little every single day. Walk to the mailbox. Stand and sit 10 times. Stretch your arms while the kettle boils. These small movements tell your body, I still need you. And your body will respond. It becomes stronger, more balanced, and more alive. Ella, 78, started with 1 trip to the end of the driveway. A month later, she was walking the block. She felt lighter, prouder, and more alive. And science supports it. Studies have shown that daily light movement in seniors reduces the risk of heart disease, arthritis, and even Alzheimer's. It improves mood, sleep, and digestion. Just 15 minutes of stretching can reset your brain chemistry and lift depression. More than that, movement brings you back to your body. It reminds you that you're still here, still capable. You don't have to run marathons. Just honor the simple act of walking, standing, reaching. You can try putting music on while tidying up, dancing a little in the kitchen, or even following along to chair exercises on YouTube. Make it fun. Make it yours. Remember, movement isn't about fitness. It's about freedom. When you move, you protect your independence, your ability to dress yourself, cook meals, bathe, and manage your day without assistance. These freedoms are often taken for granted until they're lost. So start now. Start small and be consistent. In addition, light activity outdoors, like gardening, walking to the local market, or sweeping the porch, connects you to nature adds sunlight to your day, and boosts vitamin D, which is crucial for bone health. A moving body is a living body. Keep moving and keep living fully. 3. Meaningful connection. Tiny moments matter most. Being alone doesn't mean you have to be cut off from the world. Human beings need connection, even in small doses. When you live alone, emotional isolation can creep in quietly. Days can pass without anyone calling your name. But connection doesn't need to be big. A phone call, a short chat with a neighbor, a warm exchange at the grocery store. These tiny social sparks remind your brain and heart that you're still part of the world. Richard, 83, began chatting with his neighbor once a week over coffee. That simple interaction brought color back into his routine. There's also deep science behind this. Light, regular social contact reduces the risk of dementia, strengthens the immune system, and lowers the likelihood of depression. Social engagement, even brief moments, triggers feel-good chemicals like oxytocin and dopamine. And if reaching out feels hard, start small. Leave a kind note on a neighbor's door. Offer to help with mail. Share a story at a community center. Connection doesn't need to be loud. It just needs to be real. Think about volunteering, teaching a skill to kids, writing cards to other seniors. These acts don't just fight loneliness, they build legacy. Because being seen and heard is a human need, no matter your age. A 5-minute phone call, a smile at the store, a kind comment online. These are not insignificant. They are lifelines. You don't need many people, just a few real moments. Also consider digital connection, online forums for seniors, video calls with family, or joining live virtual events. Technology can feel intimidating at first, but it can open doors to rich conversations, old friendships, and newfound support. Ask someone to teach you. It's worth learning. Being alone doesn't mean being invisible. Let yourself be seen. 4. A sense of purpose. The soul still needs something to aim for. One of the most painful losses in older age is the loss of purpose. When work stops, children grow up, and fewer people depend on you. It's easy to feel invisible. But purpose never retires. It just shifts. Write your life story. Plant flowers. Call a friend every morning. Organize old photos. Teach a skill. Volunteer. Learn something new. Samuel, 79, dusted off an old typewriter and began writing memories. He said, "The house didn't feel so empty once I started typing." Your purpose doesn't have to impress anyone. It just has to move your heart. When you find the thing that makes you smile when you wake up, your entire outlook changes. Suddenly, solitude becomes sanctuary. Purpose gives your day structure, meaning, and joy. Whether it's knitting for grandchildren, feeding birds, or learning piano online, having a purpose extends your life. Not just in years, but in joy. Science backs this too. Older adults with a strong sense of purpose live longer, feel happier, and recover faster from illness. Even if you're unsure where to begin, start with this question. What brings me peace, pride, or curiosity? The answer is your starting line. You are not finished. You are not forgotten. You are still a vessel of stories, skills, kindness, and life. Your wisdom has value. Your presence still matters. So give yourself a reason to wake up tomorrow with a task, a goal, or a joy waiting for you. Purpose is the light that leads you through the quiet. Let it shine. Alone doesn't mean forgotten. It doesn't mean life is over. When you build daily rhythm, move with care, connect meaningfully, and pursue a humble purpose, you transform solitude into something sacred. So, if you're facing your golden years alone, start with just one habit, one shift, and watch how it creates a ripple of strength inside you. Which of these habits speaks to you most? Tell us in the comments. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Let's build a strong, joyful senior life together.